So you're about ready to start a fast, you got everything prepped, you've been prepping your body, you got your mindset, and you're ready to go. And now you're wondering, what liquids can I drink? Can I have fruit juice with the fast? Can I have lemon juice, apple cider vinegar? What juices do I take while I take a fast? So we're gonna answer that question in this video. After this intro, we'll get right into it. Hi, I'm Dr. LeGrand, and I am a family doctor that practices out in the state of Washington, and I primarily focus on holistic medicine and conventional medicine, bringing those two together when it comes to helping and treating my patients. If you're new here and haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you are interested in learning more about health tips, fasting, intermittent fasting, and detoxification videos. And without further ado, welcome to another video. So I'm going to answer a question that one of you guys asked, and Leor Schulman asked the question. I like to ask whether you would recommend taking apple cider vinegar during an extended water fast if one has a fatty liver. Thanks, and keep up the good work. Thank you, Leor Schulman, for commenting and asking that great question. So when it does come to whether you should take apple cider vinegar or you should take lemon water or any kind of different other liquids during a fast, we have to keep in mind what is the benefit. I always talk about this. So if we're looking at doing a long-term fast, we have to understand that if we are using fasting for health benefits, that is where using certain liquids can be good or a bad thing. So first off, Dr. Goldenhammer, who is a pioneer when it comes to fasting. If you haven't heard of Dr. Goldenhammer, I'd look him up on about fasting. He runs a fasting clinic out in True North. It's called True North out in California. So definitely look him up. He talks about the benefits that he puts his patients through with fasting. And one of the things that happen during a fasting process that he talks about is natriuresis, which is very common for everybody that goes through a long-term fast, is that you're losing all this water weight. And you can lose up to, 2, 3 to even up to 7 pounds of water weight when you're doing this. And what he has found that if anybody takes any small amounts of carbohydrates, it can reverse that, and you will lose the benefits of actually really detoxifying and also losing a lot of that water weight and excess other weight that you're trying to get rid of during a fast. So any amounts of carbohydrates, so that's even including lemon water. He doesn't even use lemon water at his clinic, and because it does have a little bit of carbohydrates. Now apple cider vinegar, I would say it has such a small amount. It's like 0.1 grams of carbohydrates, 0.1 grams of sugar. But if you know Dr. Bragg, reading the book The Miracle of Fasting, that's where apple cider vinegar, the main brand, I'm sure everybody knows it, but he actually really promotes using apple cider vinegar during a fast. And I would too, because it's such a small amount of carbohydrates and sugar, that there's so many benefits with apple cider vinegar. I'd say that's one liquid you could use with your water, is using apple cider vinegar. Now, an interesting study that actually was taken for apple cider vinegar, they were actually trying to measure the cholesterol levels in patients. And so they took about 25 different healthy patients that had high levels of cholesterol. And what they found with putting them on a statin versus apple cider vinegar, the benefits were the same. They were able to decrease about 25% of their total cholesterol. But not only that, they were able to decrease their LDL levels and also increase their HDL levels. It's that good cholesterol that we consider a sponge that kind of sponges up all the unnecessary stuff that we need in our body, and the bad cholesterol. So answering your question about would it help with fatty liver during fast? Yes, because not only apple cider vinegar helps with the liver and helps stimulate the liver, and also even helps with the gallbladder, but fasting, again, is also going to be detoxifying and detoxifying the liver. So both are going to be great benefits for that. As far as any other kind of liquids to use, I generally say really don't take any besides probably apple cider vinegar. Lemon water, because it has the carbs, that can actually reverse the benefits from that. The other exceptions I would say is maybe, doing some tea. What I mean is herbal tea that has obviously not using honey in it, but just straight up herbal tea like peppermint tea. That can be great, or even like dandelion root, that actually has some great properties that increase diuresis. And that's what you want, to be able to lose that extra water weight to help lower down your blood pressure, especially if you're doing a water fast, for lowering your blood pressure, taking teas that have excess amounts, properties of diuresis. Now, as far as what kind of water to take, there was another person that actually asked that question of what kind of water do I take? This is a good question, and what I always tell people, and what I tell my patients, it depends on where your electrolyte balance is. If you're electrolyte insufficient or electrolyte excess, it really depends on the water. So what I mean by that is, taking distilled water, there's nothing in it, so it's going to really deplete you of the electrolytes. I would only recommend really doing that through a water fast if you already have excess amount of electrolytes in your system to begin with. So usually a lot of people who have high blood pressure tend to have excess amount of electrolytes, so using distilled water as you're going and doing a water fast. But if you're somebody who's electrolyte insufficient, something more like filtered water or spring water, things that have a little bit of electrolytes and minerals in it, is going to be more beneficial to you. So that, and then of course there is the question whether you take something that is more alkaline water versus more acidic water. And again, that really depends on your pH balance. With my patients, I like to look at patients' pH balance. Depending on their pH balance, then that really determines whether they should be drinking more alkaline water versus distilled water, or more of a balance. So I hope this answers your question about what liquids to take during a fast. If you have any questions about other things about fasting or what liquids you should be taking during a water fast, leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, I'm curious what you guys do during your fast. What kind of liquids are you using during a water fast? And intermittent fasting is a little different. I could talk about that video later on if you guys are interested, so also leave that in the comment section below if you want me to talk about certain liquids to use during an intermittent fasting versus a long-term fast. So go ahead and give us a big thumbs up if you like this video, and then of course share with your family and friends. And if you are new here and haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe to our channel by clicking this button over here. And then if you haven't watched any of our fasting videos, you can go ahead and hit our playlist over here. And then of course I'll leave some other links over here of some other things that you might be interested in as far as other videos I have done on fasting. So until next time, this is Dr. LeGrand out. Thank you for watching.